So, Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today our topic is that's about the ciliated epithelium. We just know that the ciliated epithelium tissue is the tissue where classifying it under the epithelium tissue. हम एक सब मतलब क्लासीफाई करते हैं इसको टाइप है epithelial टिश्यू का. ऑलरेडी हम पढ़ चुके हैं क्यूबाइड epithelial टिश्यू, columnar epithelial टिश्यू. तो आज हम पढ़ रहे हैं ciliated epithelial टिश्यू. तो listen here, what's this ciliated epithelial tissue? Ciliated epithelial tissue में cells जो होती हैं they are cuboidal or columnar. So you will find the cube like cells and columnar, tall or pillar like cells. Why it is called as ciliated? Because it bear the cilia on its free surfaces. So you just call that it bear the cilia like this. It bear the cilia. Cells may be cube shaped or long pillar shaped, contain the cytoplasm, nucleus, okay, contain cytoplasm, nucleus, prominent nucleus, and all the cells lie on the basement membrane. So we just call them, we just call that this epithelial tissue consists of a cube or columnar cells that bear the cilia on its free surfaces. That's why it is called, because of the cilia, it's called a ciliated epithelial tissue. So what is cilia actually? It's a cytoplasmic outgrowth that arise from the basal granule. Ciliated outgrowth, a hair-like projections that comes out from the basal granules that's present in the cell. So this cilia has its function that it vibrates and help in the movement of the mucus in the nasal passage, movement of the eggs in the oviduct, moments of the sperms, okay, moments of sperms in the male reproductive system and occurrence. ये कहाँ पे टिश्यूज, वेर यू विल फाइंड दिस टिश्यूज इन योर बॉडी. चलिए बात करते हैं क्यूबाइडल सीलेटेड इपिथीलियम की या क्यूबाइडल सीलेटेड इपिथीलियल टिश्यू की. तो ये जो क्यूबाइडल सीलेटेड इपिथीलियल टिश्यू है, मैंने कहा दो टाइप ऑफ सेल्स हैं, क्यूबाइडल एंड कोलमनर. जो मैं अब बात कर रहा हूँ पहले क्यूबाइडल की. तो क्यूबाइडल इपिथीलियम टिश्यू जो होते हैं, इट मेक्स लाइनिंग्स द पार्ट्स ऑफ यूरिनरी ट्यूब्स. किडनीज में आपको मिलेंगे, किडनीज के लाइनिंग्स में जो किडनीज के अंदर जो माइक्रोस्कोपिक स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं जिन्हें आप नेफ्रॉन्स भी कहते हैं, उनकी लाइनिंग्स बनी हैं क्यूबाइडल इपिथेलियल टिश्यूज की. और जो स्पर्म डक्ट्स होते हैं, स्पर्म डक्ट्स मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम्स के जो स्पर्म डक्ट्स होते हैं, उनकी लाइनिंग्स भी बनी है इसी क्यूबाइडल सीलेटेड इपिथेलियल टिश्यू की. क्यों? क्योंकि इन दोनों में ये मोमेंट करते हैं, वहाँ पे मोमेंट करते हैं गीमेट्स की. और जहाँ तक बात करते हैं कोलमनर ciliated epithelium tissue की, so it will make the linings of the nasal passage and the oviduct, and terminal of bronchs. तो यहाँ पे भी ये मोमेंट करते हैं, ओविडक्ट में ये मोमेंट करते हैं एग की, टू ड्रुप्ट इट और टू कैरी इट to the uterus, to carry it to the uterus. And यहाँ पे nasal passage, it help in the movement of mucus in the nasal passage, and terminal bronchs में भी it's also present over there in the terminal bronchs. And now what's the function of it? फंक्शन जो अभी मैंने बताया, it help in the movement of mucus nasal passage में, movement of urine किडनीज के अंदर, मूवमेंट ऑफ एग्स फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम दैट्स ओविडक्ट के अंदर, मूवमेंट ऑफ स्पर्म्स इन द स्पर्म डक्ट मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम के अंदर, एंड द मूवमेंट ऑफ सर्बोस्पाइनल फ्लूइड इन द पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन. तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा ये व्हाट्स इज सर्बोस्पाइनल फ्लूइड. Actually, this cerebrospinal fluid is the fluid that is present between the layers of the brain. I mean, say that the layers that are called meninges. These meninges actually are the external coverings of the brain that protect the brain from the mechanical shocks. So in between these meninges is a present type of fluid that's called cerebrospinal fluid. It acts as a shock absorber. So here it's also the present in the cerebrospinal fluid. cerebrospinal fluid में डायरेक्शन देता है कौन? cerebrospinal fluid की डायरेक्शन देता है ब्रेन में कौन? ये सिलेटेड एपिथेलियल टिश्यू का. सो ये था ऑकरेंस सिलेटेड एपिथेलियल टिश्यू एंड फंक्शंस का. उसके बाद दिस ऑल अबाउट इट सेल्स, long pillar like cells or cuboidal cells having the prominent nucleus. These are the basal granules. You just see that basal granules are there, and this is cilia, free and present cilia help in the movement, and this is the basement membrane where this tissue lies and through which it receives the necessary nourishments. Now next one of it, we'll discuss another type of tissue we just called as a muscular tissue. देखिए हमारी बॉडी पार्ट्स के जो मसल्स होते हैं ना, हम हार्ट के मसल्स, किडनी के मसल्स, इंटेस्टाइन्स के मसल्स, इसोफेग्स के मसल्स, या हमारे बाइसेप्स के मसल्स, ट्राइसेप्स के मसल्स, हमारी बॉडी के जितने भी मसल्स हैं, ऑल दे आर मेड अप ऑफ द मसल सेल्स. एंड these muscle cells are long and elongated. ये long elongated होती है because of which they are called muscle fibers. और हर एक मसल सेल के अंदर एक न्यूक्लियस आपको मिलेगा. It may contain one nucleus. It may contain one nucleus, and these muscle cells contract in the definite direction, bring about the movement of body parts, like they help in the movement of the esophagus, okay, movement of the blood that flows through the blood vessels. It help in the movement of the movement of, you just said that, help in the movement of the help in the movement of the heart, help in the movement of the limbs and body parts. So we just say that muscles help in the movement, and this movement is brought about by the contraction and relaxation. So these contraction and relaxation are brought about by special type of proteins which are called as a contractile proteins. Okay, देखिए मसल्स टिश्यूज के मसल सेल्स जो होते हैं इनके टू टाइप्स होते हैं. एक को हम बोलते हैं स्ट्रेटेड एंड दूसरे को बोलते हैं स्कल्टल. स्ट्रेटेड एंड स्कल्टल मसल्स. दूसरे को हम बोलते हैं अनस्ट्रेटेड स्मूथ इनवॉलेंट्री मसल. और थर्ड टाइप जो है दैट इज कॉर्डिक मसल. तो तीन टाइप्स है इसके. फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ इट इज that is to be called as straighted muscles. They are also called skeletal muscles or involuntary muscles. Second one is called unstraighted muscles, smooth muscles, involuntary muscles, and third one is cardiac muscles. So let me discuss first part of it, that is called straighted muscles, skeletal or voluntary muscles. So about the characteristics of straighted muscles. Characteristics, they form the 80% of the mass of the soft tissue in the vertebrate body. जितना भी बॉडी का सॉफ्ट टिश्यू है, जितना भी बॉडी का मसल्स है, उसमें से 80% जितने भी सॉफ्ट टिश्यूज है वो बना है, 80% बना है किन्हीं का. 80% जितना भी सॉफ्ट टिश्यू आपके वर्टिब्रेट बॉडी के अंदर, वर्टिब्रेट्स मीन्स दोज हैविंग द वर्टिबल कॉलम और बैकबोन, उनमें जितना भी सॉफ्ट टिश्यू है 80% आप उसमें सॉफ्ट टिश्यूज में से बना है स्ट्रेटेड मसल्स का. अब मैं बताना चाहूँगा, मैं अभी आपको बता रहा था, दे आर कॉल्ड स्केलेटल मसल्स. व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर अटैच्ड टू द बोन्स, लाइक मसल्स ऑफ द ट्राइसेप्स, muscles of the biceps, muscles of your limbs, muscles of your arms, muscles of your chest cavity. They are to be called as straighted muscles, and they are to be attached with the bones. That's why they are also to be called as skeletal muscles. और दूसरी बात, these muscles are under your control. You can work them. You want to work them. If you want to work, they will work according to your will. Okay, they will work according to your will. That's why they are to be called as voluntary muscles, like the muscles of the arms, muscles of the legs. If you want to work, they will work. If you don't want them work, they will not. Suppose you want to walk, they will help you in the moment. If you are at one place, it means that they are under your will, they are under your control. That's why we just call them voluntary muscles, because they are under our control. And they have also the alternate light and dark bands. Alternate light and dark bands. They have also alternate light and dark bands. This is, well, I'm just showing that alternate light and dark bands. These are alternate light and dark bands. Alternate light and dark bands. Because of these alternate light and dark bands, they are also to be called as striated muscles, because they are to have the striations. Alternate light and dark bands, and also show the nucleus over there. Okay, and what about their these muscles? These muscles consist of a long, narrow, cylindrical, unbranched fibers with blunt ends. Long, narrow, cylindrical, unbranched fibers. This is long, narrow, unbranched. You don't find any type of branch over here. Unbranched with blunt ends. You just find the blunt ends over there. They are, you know that they are contain one or more nucleus. A cell may contain one or more nucleus, and each cell is surrounded by the membrane. over here. Each cell is surrounded by the membrane. You just see the membrane. Each cell is surrounded by the membrane like this. Each cell is surrounded by the membrane, and that membrane is called sarcolemma. It is called sarcolemma. Okay, the membrane is to be called as sarcolemma. Sarcolemma, and filled with the cytoplasm, that is called sarcoplasm. Each muscle cell is filled with the cytoplasm, that's called sarcoplasm, filled with the, and now we will just discuss the uh, occurrence of these muscles, where you just find these muscles. You know that these muscles are found in the limbs, means forelimbs and hind limbs. Forelimbs, your arms, and they are present in your arms, they are present in your legs. So forelimbs and hind limbs also occur in the tongue. In the tongue, pharynx, बिगनिंग ऑफ ईसोफैग्स, आपकी ईसोफैग्स की जो बिगनिंग है वो भी बनी है मसल्स की, स्ट्रेटेड मसल्स की. सो दीज आर ऑकरेंस. limbs also occur in the tongue, pharynx, and the beginning of esophagus. And what is the function? You just find what is the function. Help us in the movement of parts and several voluntary movements of the body. अभी जो आपने मैंने ऑलरेडी आपको बताया, they help in the movement of the body parts and also help us in the voluntary moments, means that those moments that are under your control, that are under your will, so we just call them voluntary moments. Okay, so this is the diagrammic representation of the striated muscles, and I am just called that striated muscles because they are striations, alternate light and dark bands, like you're just finding alternate light and dark bands over there. And they are called involuntary, they are called uh, we just call them voluntary. Why? Because they are under our control. And they are skeletal muscles because they are attached with the bones, that's why they are called skeletal muscles. And filled with the cytoplasm, also surrounded by the membrane, they are called sarcolemma. These cells are elongated with flattened nucleus. Cells इसमें जो elongated है अभी मैंने बताया, they are elongated cells with flattened nucleus. Okay, and nucleus जो है that's towards the periphery of the, that's towards the periphery near the sarcolemma. जो न्यूक्लियस आपको मिलेगा ये आपको बीच में नहीं मिलेगा, जैसे ये सेल है, ये आपके सेल के टुवर्ड्स द पेरिफेरी मिलेगा यहाँ पे. You will just find it towards the periphery. Towards the periphery means that towards the periphery, not in the center but towards the membrane, that's called sarcolemma. Okay, and the cells can be they can contain the one or more than one nucleus. So dear students, this was all about the striated muscles. In the next topic I will just mention that's another type of the muscular tissue, that's called unstriated muscles, another type of muscular tissue, that is unstriated muscles, which are also called as involuntary muscles. Okay, best of luck. Thank you.